and welcome back to Cowabunga Corner. And as I have been doing this week and having a total blast doing so, we are bringing as many little exclusive clips to you guys about the new Nickelodeon show that is coming out on the 29th here, at least in the United States, on Nickelodeon in Canada, YTV, and October 1st in England. I don't know your station yet, but we are excited to bring as much information, and some of the awesome people here at Nickelodeon are talking to us and giving you guys a little bit of an inside look at the studio here. Thank you so much for joining us.
No problem.
And could you introduce yourself and let them know what you do?
Yeah, I'm Brandon Auman. I'm the story editor of Season 2 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and just started working a few months ago and I've been having a blast. It's probably one of the most fun shows I've ever worked on.
Now, were you a Turtle fan before working on Turtles?
Oh yeah, yeah. I grew up a Turtle fan. I saw all three movies in the theater when I was a kid, and then I saw the CG version a couple of years back, and just I thought they did a great job. And I feel like the show we're working on now is like the best incarnation of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Now, do you feel like you're being a little biased since you're working on it, or do you really feel?
No, I think that that this version is just as good as the original comics. Well, I don't want to say just as good. The comics obviously set the precedent, but but it's for a new generation of Turtles fans, for a new incarnation. For like I think this is like an amazing feat, an amazing accomplishment.
Okay. We're very excited because there is a lot of differences going on with the show. Is there any differences that has stood out that is one of your favorites, changes they've made?
Well, I think that like the tone is just more. I mean, it's geared for fans and it's geared for younger kids, and I think everyone in between. Like I feel like like the old '80s cartoon, as great as it was definitely geared for the younger fans, whereas the comic books were geared for the older fans. And I feel like this is a nice sort of merging of the two.
Did you catch the 4Kids series?
Yeah, I did see some of the 4Kids series.
Now, where would it stand in the mixture there? I
think probably geared a little bit more for younger kids and maybe fans of the original like movies and '80s
comics?
Cartoon and comics. Yeah, I feel like that our version is definitely kind of geared more for that in that vein, whereas like the 2004 series is for older fans and for maybe comics fans and just maybe a different generation. I feel like this sort of merges all of those previous incarnations of Turtles into a really cool, very like slick, awesome new version.
Okay. Now, with writing, well, you said you're in the editing area. How did you get into this department?
Basically, I'm in charge of the scripts for Season 2. I hire the writers. I write a lot of the scripts myself, and I do a lot of rewriting and sort of tweaking. So it's basically like I'll come up with the stories, assign them to the writers, and then that's basically what a story editor does.
Okay. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a great job.
Go over the stories and everything.
Go over all the stories, create the stories, assign them to writers, and then work on animatics and et cetera, as they come in.
Now, how do you choose your writers for the show?
Well, I previously worked at Marvel, so I was story editing Iron Man, and I use a lot of the guys that I used at Marvel, guys around Ben 10, guys that have a good action background and a good comedy background. Like that's kind of what we're really looking for in writers.
Now, have you ever thought about using any of the previous writers that have had Ninja Turtle history, or are you guys staying away so that it doesn't interfere with the new feel of the Turtles?
Well, I mean, it really just depends. Like, there's a couple of guys that I want to work with who definitely worked on, like, the 2003 version. But, this version is as different to the 2004 series as the 2004 series is different from the 80s series,
cartoons,
and even the movies, and each incarnation of Turtles brings its own sort of thing, highlights its own thing, and this is more geared to comedy and action and character stuff, more so than say like like the CGI Turtles movie that came out a few years ago, which was a little bit serious and straighter. This is geared more for comedy and
not enough Mike in that CGI movie.
Yeah, exactly. This has a lot of Mikey. I mean, Greg Sipes is an awesome Mikey, but also when you watch it, you also there's elements that feel similar to like the live action movies, and and the comic books, and even elements of like the '80s cartoon and things like that, and even the 2004 series. Like I said, I think it brings all those elements together into a cool new sort of version of Turtles that I think young kids are going to really be into, and the older fans will love as well. So.
Okay, that would be. I know we're excited with what we have seen so far, and so yeah, I'm seeing some of the mergers that you're talking about there, just in the way the characters are moving and talking, and just also some of the clips they were showing us at Comic Cons. Like we got to see a picture of Leatherhead, and the Rat King looks extremely awesome. Yeah. So we can see this starting to come together. And
you get to see Krang. We haven't seen, you know, like. You know, the Krang are its own sort of, you know, the Krang are now, all the aliens are called Krang, like all the Utrom, like, aliens are called Krang, but we haven't really seen Krang in forever. And,
besides for Turtles Forever.
Yeah, besides Turtles Forever.
Yeah, Turtles Forever had Krang in it. And that Krang was, if they just brought in the original voice, that would have been the perfect Krang. Yeah. Because that was an awesome show with, the bad guys were better written than the good guys in that.
Yeah. Well, this I think is, you know, like we're bringing back a lot of like, you know, characters from the 80s cartoon that you haven't seen in forever. Characters out of the comic books that you've never even seen before, you know, done in like, you know, animation style, and you know, I think it's just going to be really exciting for the fans of the comics, and every incarnation's been out so far. So
that's really thrilling.
Yeah, we're trying to make it for, you know, every Turtles fan that's out there.
And there's a lot of us. Yeah. And that is hard, because the one thing with Ninja Turtle fandom is that there are the hardcore comic fans, the hardcore original cartoon fans, the hardcore Nexploitation fans, the hardcore 4Kids series fans. There's all these hardcore fans who are set in one dimension. So for any show to be able to tap into those hardcore fans, that would be interesting to see.
Well, there's not going to be any Venus de Milo, though, in this one. So there's going to be, yeah.
I'm sure Peter Laird is happy about that.
Yeah. So
there's a lot of people that is, actually.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, I think probably the Nexploitation is the only thing we didn't really draw from.
Oh, they got some good villains. Yeah. They got some good villains.
I guess I'll have to go back and watch some more. But other than that, all the other versions, you know, that I'm a huge fan of. So.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see. You know, we're just looking forward to see the fan reaction.
Oh, well, it's going to be coming very soon.
Awesome.
We're looking forward to hearing more from you guys on the behind the scenes and stuff. So as things are coming out, we're hoping that we can keep coming back and be able to say, hey, what's going on here?
Definitely. We'll have to show you some more. You know, as season 2 progresses, we'll have to have you come back and check out designs and see what we're working on.
Oh, it'd be totally awesome. Is there anything you would like to say to the Turtle fans who are watching this?
Well, we're incredibly excited that you guys get to see our version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I think you guys are going to be, you know, loving it. We've got, you know, characters that you've never seen before. We've got characters we're bringing back from the comics and the old show, and it's just but it's a new version, you know. It's the 2012 version. So, yeah, we're excited to hear feedback.
Oh, you'll be hearing it.
I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will.
Yes. And can you say a booyakasha for the fans watching this?
Booyakasha!
Thank you. We'll catch you next time on Cowabunga Corner.